What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. This is Bean Around the World, the series where I tour Xbox One maps that you might not have been familiar with. Today we're joining the Fox in his medieval world of Alera. This is exciting, guys. I don't get to tour too many medieval builds. I'm looking forward to this one. The Fox is a super nice guy, a great builder who's put a lot of work into his build. He's been working on this since May 11th, which is roughly 4 months now, and him and his friends have accomplished a major feat in such a little time. I must say, they've done a lot in 4 months, and we're going to take a tour of it. Here's some information. Follow him on Twitter, follow his YouTube. All the information is right there. You guys can see it. Alright, so this is a medieval build in the Skyrim pack. Even more rare. You know, you don't see too many Skyrim packs, and you don't see too many medieval builds in them. So this is a real treat for us today. Alright, we're going to start off in the city of Lordaeron. So the way this map works, guys, this is an RPG map. He's going to be making this into a world of just elves, humans, and dwarves. Yeah, you heard right, guys. This is a little bit like Lord of the Rings. The three races are living in separate parts of the world. They have minimal interaction, but they do interact with each other. And this map is going to be a place for you to join the world of Alera and just interact in an RPG way with the world. So he's going to have everything's got backstories. There's all sorts of guilds, and oh man, I can't wait for you guys to see this. This is a work in progress. This is a guild place where, you know, the different guilds meet up. A lot of this is work in progress, guys, so keep that in mind. Remember, only 4 months of work has gone into this. Keep that in mind. 90% of this build was done by 3 people. Wow. Talk about dedication. I'm going to take a little tour of all the various different things. As you guys know, I am a sucker for interiors. I really am. I love interiors. And we're going to get a lot of those today. And not just any interiors, guys. I've done medieval interiors before. I've tried it. It is one of the most difficult things to do in Minecraft. They don't have fridges. They don't have stoves. They don't have, you know, TVs. So what do you put in there? You know, it's very difficult to come up with ideas of things to put in medieval interiors. Trust me on that. Trust me, guys. They have done a fantastic job of keeping these interiors interesting and unique. And just, they feel real. They feel medieval. Alright. Now, as I said, this is the human city of Lordaeron. This is the biggest city on the map. And, they got cappuccinos, I guess. I don't know. One of his friends put that sign there. The Fox told me that one of the greatest challenges he's had on this map is keeping people focused. And I know that, guys. I know that. Keeping people on task and focused is a very hard thing to do. He said that people get a grandiose idea and want to start building that before finishing their small little, you know, village shack. So people get sidetracked really easily. I really like the walkways here. He's combined cobblestone and cracked stone brick. Anytime if you see just cobblestone bricks there, that's not finished. He's going to add the texture, add the detail. I really like that. Now, I'm not too familiar with the Skyrim pack, so I'm hesitant to give too many critiques on, you know, what kind of blocks he could be using. But I did feel like the roofs of this city were a little strange. They felt like almost like terracotta almost. I think he might have been going for the straw roof look. And if that's the case, then I think that's probably the best block to use besides straw. What does hay look like in this texture pack, the Fox? That's something I would maybe suggest to you, is maybe try using hay as roofs. Just try it, see what it looks like. I'm not sure what they look like in this texture pack, so I can't say definitively if that'll look good or not. But just an idea. I don't know. The roofs seem kind of too white, too light colored. That's just me, though. That's my opinion. Alright, this is the unfinished part of the city. You can tell what's finished and what's not by the amount of signs and by the ground. As you can see here, the cobblestone has not been, it's not been interspersed with cracked stone bricks yet and cobblestone. So you can tell that he's still working on this part of the city. He's doing a great job, though. They're going fast, these guys. I can't believe it. The city of Lordaeron is so large that I just was wandering aimlessly. I found all sorts of things. I don't know what I found sometimes. The villagers in this texture pack look crazy. I don't know. They don't look like villagers that I would want to interact with. They look like they're ready to eat my head off, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid any villagers I see. What is this? Is this like a jail cell? Yeah, that's where I would keep those villagers if I were you. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. All right. Ooh, so there's hay. Oh, that could look good as a roof. As this, yeah. Try that. Try that. See what happens. All right. We're just scratching the surface of Lordaeron here. Where else can we go? I'm gonna do a mixture of flying and walking. He spent so much time putting in details when you walk through the city that I don't want to just fly over them all. I'm gonna walk through them a little bit. See here, the roofs. Probably my least favorite part of this build is the roofs. They're just such a strange color. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know the best things in this texture pack, so I can't really say. Can't really say. Ooh, what is this? A shrine? Like it. I like it. Very nice. The bridge here is very detailed. Functional, although you could probably jump off the bridge, but you know, it's a medieval bridge. You could probably jump off of any bridge in medieval times. Alright. One thing I like about a lot of these buildings is you can kind of tell what they are without the use of signs and just by going inside of them and looking at the interior. Some of them are mead halls, some of them are fighting pits. It's very easy to tell because so much time and effort has gone into these interiors. Oh baby, I'm loving this build right now. You can just walk through this city for hours and hours and just get lost and not know where you are. See a couple of dwarves, you know. I don't think the dwarves like to visit this city. Like I said, this is a work in progress, and he's got different parts of the human settlements all done. Not done, but, you know, started on. He hasn't started completely on the elven or the dwarven cities yet. That is still to come, so look forward to that. Here goes another bridge. I like it. Very simple and minimalistic, just as things would have been in medieval times. Oh, wow, look at this. What is this? The lantern? What? Oh, this is some sort of restaurant, it seems like. Yeah, look at that. So cool. I really like interiors, guys, and I really like medieval interiors. I've never seen medieval interiors done this well. Ever, ever, ever. And, you know, he's just scratching the surface. He's just getting started. Not all the interiors are done, but they will be. And, yeah, this is really cool. Let's go in here. What's in here? Looks like the person's... Oh, is it a cake store? Maybe? Maybe? I'm just going so fast, guys. I want to try to see everything. I know that's going to be impossible. I know I'm going fast. I could be going a lot slower and talking more about this, but I want to see everything. This is just the city of Lordaeron. We still have Ravenbrook, we still have Winterguard, and Cold Harbor to visit. So let's get moving here. Oh, look at that. I like that flag. That's very nice. And then the use of spiderwebs, I think? Cobwebs as smoke. Pretty cool. This texture pack works. Texture pack works for that. More of the same roofs. I would have liked to see more diversity in roofs. I know that's a common technique in medieval cities, is to give all the buildings the same building materials. But even in medieval times, I think you would have had different contractors using different materials. So maybe some diversity in the roofs would be appreciated from my end. I think that would have looked cool. Just to show that, you know, one person didn't build... One contractor wasn't in charge of this whole city. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not from medieval times. I don't know how their contracting worked, but I don't think one person built all the houses. You know what I mean? So this is another work in progress part of the city. Like I said, you can tell by the slabs on the floor. Not slabs, the textures on the floor. You can tell that he used them on the walls. I like that. There it is down here. Oh, I love it. I love walking on it. It feels so good. This is some sort of park. I didn't ask him about it. I just got lost in here. I just wandered and wandered. But this is a really cool park. This is a creepy park. At night, I bet you this place would be so scary. It reminded me kind of a medieval Slenderman almost. You know, you're walking through here all by yourself, and who knows what is in these lost woods in medieval times. Oh my goodness. Marauders, bandits, looters. I don't know what the crime situation in Lordaeron is like, but I think anytime you have the super rich living near the super poor, you're gonna have some sort of crime. So this park at night is probably not a safe place, is my imagination here. Let's get the heck out of here before it's too late, before the sun sets on us. I really like the use of different kinds of trees. Oh man, anytime there's diversity, I'm gonna be a big fan. Big fan. Alright, where are we going next? Ooh, they tore up that desert. What is over here? This is the Elven Embassy. So the elves have an embassy in the human city of Lordaeron, And this is where the elves come to, like, if they're going to be in Lordaeron, this is where they hang out. It's an embassy, you know. They have asylum in here. It's like a stepping foot on elven ground when you're not on elven ground, basically. Okay? You guys know what an embassy is. I don't have to explain that. I love the domes. Yes. I think whenever you have a circular, spherical object, you're just showing the rest of the Minecraft community that you're not going to be put in a box. That makes sense to you? Look at this. I love the use of vines. So, oh yes, the overgrown field. This is probably where the elves congregate to have their meetings. You know, to talk about rings. I don't know what the elves talk about all the time. Yeah, the elven embassy. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Or we're just flying through. Ooh, look at this. Oh, don't go too far. Can you guess what that is? It took me a couple guesses, but of course, it's a jousting ring. Oh, baby, you gotta be jousting. It wouldn't be medieval times without swordplay and jousting. One thing I really want to talk quickly about is there's this thing called medieval fighting in Russia, and it's basically MMA fighting, but the two fighters are wearing full medieval armor. They have swords, and they're trying to hurt each other. The swords are blunt, so that they can't chop each other's limbs off, but they're trying to hit each other as hard as they can with broadswords. It's pretty cool. There's like, you know, you can mount a person. If you disarm them, it's like a knockout. It's pretty cool. This right here is I thought this was really cool. This is like a stage, a theater, where you can do pantomimes or whatever they're doing in medieval times, you know, making commentaries about the king or whatever they're doing. Pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a medieval theater before. They're performing Shakespeare in here, maybe? Who knows what they're doing in here? Something cool, I'm sure. I did ask him, you know, I told him that there should be a fruit stand outside this place so that patrons can buy fruit before they go in. But then he informed me that there is such a place. It's inside here. There's a concession stand. Oh, of course. You're going to want to have some fresh rotten tomatoes to throw at the people if it's not the performance you were hoping for. So that's where you buy your rotten fruit, your fresh rotten fruit. Okay? You want your rotten fruit to be as fresh as possible so that so that you get maximum explosion when it impacts. All right, I've been holding it off. I've been saving the best of this city for last. This is the castle of Lordaeron, excuse me. Oh, wait, no. He told me that I forgot something. Let's go back to the Elven Embassy real quickly and look at the fighting pits. Oh, man. The elves don't fight here, but the humans and the animals do, and the monsters, so they just put them in here. I'm sure there's betting. They bet on who's going to win and lose. I would have liked to see more diversity in blocks in here. There's a lot of cobblestone. Is that what it's called? No, stone bricks. There's a lot of stone bricks. I would have liked to have seen some more cobblestone intermixed with that, just to give this place a little bit more older feeling texture. You know what I mean? It feels a little too new to me. I would have liked to have seen some weather. And I think interspersing cobblestone with your stone bricks, as well as cracked stone bricks, I think that really gives it a really cool look in a medieval build. Here we go. This is the castle of Lordaeron. This is where the Lord of Lordaeron sits and stays. Oh man, it's pretty epic if you ask me. Look at this thing. Look at it from all sides. It's on the water. It looks pretty good, pretty defensible. If you had to, you know, hold out here from a siege, you might be able to. I don't know if it's a water siege, you might be in trouble. You know, if they're coming from the water, they could probably. I don't know what they would do in medieval times. They wouldn't shoot you with cannons because gunpowder doesn't exist. So I guess they'd just try to come aboard from the seaside. All right, it's not done, guys. It's not done, but we're gonna see a good chunk of it. There's the gardens of the castle. Wow, I like this thing a lot. The 4 spires are pretty intimidating. A lot of good architecture there. I would have liked to have seen probably one more color in this. I'm getting, I'm not even sure what color that is, but the block you use for all the roofs is getting to be a tad bit repetitive. I would have liked to see, especially the castle, have another element that the rest of the city didn't have, maybe because they had wealth and they could afford it. The build materials in this castle was pretty much the same for all the other huts. So I would have liked to seen the build materials in this castle be a little bit more regal, a little more aristocratic. They had more money. Ooh, I like the floors. They had more money, so they could put it into the castle. The castle is a chance for the king to show off his wealth in medieval times, because that's what it was back in the days, back in the dark ages. The gap between the rich and the poor was much larger than it is today, and it was more exploited than it is today. So you definitely want to show that in your medieval builds. Show the abject poverty next to just utmost royalty. You know what I mean, guys? So I would have liked to see more, more differentiation between the classes on this map. And he's not done, so hopefully, he watches this video and considers that. I hope you do, Fox, because I think you can make this castle a lot more regal. You can put tapestries on this wall right here. I've been using wool blocks. I'm not sure if wool blocks will be, if they'll work in this texture pack, but ooh, look at that face. That is creepy. But wool blocks on the walls as tapestries would be really cool. Show the wealth of the castle. Show it, Maybe put another block in there, another color. I don't know what. I'm not familiar with this texture pack. But, yeah. I like how he made the wake of the ships. You don't see that too often. I have seen it before, but he did it on every ship. So that really gives motion to your cities. Anytime you can give smoke or wake in the ocean, or construction, we saw in Stormzix's world, construction equipment, it gives life to your city. Alright guys, we're going to be leaving the city of Lordaeron now. We're going to be heading into the hinterlands. The first city we're going to see is Ravenbrook. This city, I shouldn't call it a city, it's more like a village, is nestled in the snow parts. They're cold, they're wet, probably a lot sadder than the people in Lordaeron, but, they're the people who want to get away from it all, They're not governed by the Lordaeron king. These guys are governed by the city of Cold Harbor, so there's representation there. So this is a human settlement off in the hinterlands where people just want to live a slower paced life. And of course, it's going to be, all this is involved in the RPG elements of this adventure map, which will be played in adventure. It's not really an adventure map, but everything has got stories, and you're going to RPG together. You guys are going to interact. This is going to be a really cool map when it's done. I can't wait to see it. Look at these interiors, guys. No expense spared. Right? They spared no expenses on these interiors, and I'm loving it. I'm an interior guy, and this sort of thing really brings a warm feeling to my heart, because it would have been so easy to leave these buildings empty. I've seen it 1,000 times. And that's not what they're going for here. They're going for immersion. When you step into this world, they want you to feel like you are in a dwarven, elven, human settlement. And the only way to do that is to make it look like people have lived there. And the only way to make people look like it lived there is by putting interiors. So keep that in mind when you're building your cities, guys. If there's nothing inside, no one ever lived there, and your city feels like a shell. It feels dead. Like it's just esoteric. It's just there. No one wants that. Look at all these halls, these interior halls. Wow, I'm really digging these interiors, guys. Really. So that is the city of Ravenbrook, or the village of Ravenbrook. Now we're going to be heading over to Winterguard. Oh man, this is a cool one. Also in the hinterlands, also in the snowy biome. Let's see if we can find our way over here. A lot of trekking. You're going to need a lot of food to go between villages. Unless you have a horse, of course. Alright, so over here is Winterguard. Now this is, I'm not sure if this is, I think it's a little bit bigger than Ravenbrook. I could be wrong. But these guys are processing wood. They've got a wood processing operation going, which we will see. And so it looks like they're trying to, cut down the forest a little bit. That's probably how they make their income, is wood. I would think. I'm sure there's no, I don't know if he's going to have currency or if this is completely trade and barter system. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see once he builds his dwarven and his elven settlements. I can't wait to see how those turn out. If this is how he's building human settlements, I can't wait to see the grandiose elven cities or the subterranean dwarven cities. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. Oh man. So we're just going to look in a few interiors. Oh, what's this? That is the church, or the cathedral. Not a cathedral, it's more of a church. Kind of like the main landmark of this little village. Hey, horsey. I knew there's horsies around here somewhere. This is where they go to pray. Yeah. Oh, I like it. So homely. It feels comfortable, and it feels realistic. This is exactly how a church in medieval times would look. They don't have any fancy extravaganceness. No extravaganceness, just a lot of, ooh, what's this, like a meeting hall or something? Oh, so cool, so cool. Alright, where are we headed to next? Next we're gonna go to Cold Harbor. Oh, he told me to check out the mining operation, the wood mining here. There we go. This is where they're cutting down the trees. They have the logging expeditions here. Alright. Cold Harbor. Cold Harbor is the capital of the Hinterlands. We're going to make our way over there now. We're going to teleport to the Fox, which he is waiting for us in Cold Harbor. Alright, he's got his garb on. he's got his full Hinterlands garb. He's ready for snow, it seems like. You know, if you live in the highlands and it's cold and wet, you'd figure you wouldn't wear skirts with no underwear. You know, you'd probably want to be warmer. But I don't know. Who am I to judge? There you go. There's some more wake. I like the wake of the ship there. Pretty cool. Alright, this is the capital of the Hinterlands, so you know it's going to be a little bit more ornate, I think. And I think he accomplished that. Here's a little village. Pretty cool. I like it. It feels cool. It's going to be so hard to find these places in adventure mode. How are you going to find this? You're going to have to get all the right information. You're going to have a map. You're going to have source, maybe even a guide to take you to these places. I want to play this, guys. I want to play so badly. It's just like stepping foot into Skyrim, setting foot into just a medieval time, a time where, you know, people fought to the death as a means of settling arguments. So I want to live here. This is the king's, not the king, but whoever's in charge of the Hinterlands. This is where he sits on his throne. Oh man, pretty cool. Now, I did have one regret while filming this, is I never turned it to nighttime. Oh my god, he told me that this city looks so cool at night, and I know it does. I just forgot to do it. So I'm going to add a few extra minutes to this video, and we're going to head back to Lordaeron, and we're going to see this place at the nighttime. Oh man, I don't want to leave this place though. It's so cool. So nice. I dig it. Cold Harbor. This is going to be some place that you're going to want to find in your adventures. So we're back to Lordaeron here. I'm just going to fly over this city very quickly with the lights off. Let's turn off the lights. Yeah. Oh, man. It's coming to life now. Oh, check it out. Wow, that castle just pops at nighttime. Look at it, guys. Just look at it. So sick. Alright. Oh, man. The details on this thing are pretty cool. Pretty out of this world. I can't even critique that. I mean, keep it up. The only thing I could say is more color. Different colors. And I know it's hard in the Skyrim texture pack. I really do. The Skyrim texture pack is for professionals only. If you gotta really know what you're doing to be using this texture pack, guys. But if you do know what you're doing, look what can come out. Look at it. This is intense. Oh, I didn't even see that little Stonehenge area before. It really pops at the nighttime. Man, there's just so much to see here. If I couldn't fly, I would never be able to see it all. I would just have nowhere to... I had no idea where to go first. So, oh man, we're getting a very sneak peek at this. I want to thank the Fox for letting me come in. We're going to head back to Spawn now and say goodbye and say thank you for the Fox for letting us come in here and record and sharing his epic build with us. There's his gamer tag. Be sure to follow him on Twitter if you want to get involved in this project. If you just want to meet him and see the city, there's his Twitter handle right there. You can also, add him on Xbox Live, of course. He wants to make friends. He needs help. Thank you, The Fox. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this epic map. I really enjoyed it. So happy Minecrafting. Thank you guys. Peace.